viewers asked that I work on Jordan next, so let's do this. The inspiration for her outfit is the outfit that she came with. I'm guessing her clothes are based on traditional clothes in parts of the world that make up Aladdin's story, or in a bigger context of Arabian Nights, which is actually a very large part of the world. Arabian Nights is a collection of folk tales that were collected over many centuries across West, Central, and South Asia and North Africa. That's basically a third of the world's population. There are so many different people who live on these huge swaths of land that it is difficult to characterize what their clothing look like. So I had to choose a region, so my search began. Jordan is wearing a very structured jacket and a pair of pants with puffy thighs and tight calves. Menswear may have rigid structures and forms in many parts of the world, but not so much for women, particularly in this part of the world. Most women's clothes are very flowing, loosely draped, and mostly long dresses with sometimes pants worn underneath. So I was looking for women's clothes with tops with rigid forms paired with a pair of pants. So I was thinking of maybe West Asia. The huge part of the world that is the backdrop of the short stories in Arabian Nights is also the part of the world that sometimes feels like it is a big minefield. I have no idea who has bad feelings for whom, and I certainly don't know how some of these words will be handled on YouTube. So to save myself the trouble and a lot of unforeseen regrets, I'm not going to mention any countries. I don't want Jordan to be stigmatized as a specific type of race or people. And also genie and genie-like beings existed in many parts of the world. Depending on who tells the story, I'm sure Genie and his daughter Jordan would look very different. If I ever have to make clothes for another occasion, I will choose her outfit design from another part of the world in this region. So I was searching for clothes that look very similar to what Jordan is currently wearing, and I found very similar looking traditional clothes from a country in West Asia. It has a structured jacket and a puffy pant for a woman, but maybe I want Jordan to wear clothes from another part of the world this time. So my search went westward and searched around northern Africa. I felt like I could find some structured jackets in northern Africa too. There was one traditional clothes with structured jacket paired with a long skirt, but it looks like pants. But only if you look really closely. Their jackets had beautiful embroidery designs, like the embroidery is the main focus of their clothes. So the inspiration for Jordan's outfit is North African. The color scheme is black, gold, and blue. I decided to omit hot pink this time. So basically I made a front opening, long sleeves, black jacket decorated with lots of gold embroidery. Pair that with a long blue skirt that functions sort of like pants. I basically used the patterns I used for Dizzy's outfit. I cut out 2 panels for the jacket, sew it together, and then open up the front. I cut out 2 sleeves with extra large puffy shoulders. I sewed the sleeves onto the jacket and then cut off any excess shoulder puffs. And then I outlined the edges of the jacket with gold sparkly fabric. I closed the front opening and sew it shut so it looks great and perfectly aligned from the front. But now I need a way for Jordan to get into the jacket. So I cut open the back, sew an extra panel on the back so we can attach some velcros. Now the basic shape of the jacket is done. Next, to make the skirt, I cut out 2 long skirt panels, sew them together to about mid-length, hem the edges, add some velcros on the back so we can secure the skirt on Jordan. Next, instead of letting this skirt drop freely to the ground, we're going to turn this into a sort of like pants. I gathered the skirt into one point in the center, both the front and back panels, and then tied them together. Now the legs can stick out from the 2 side openings in between the center tie. We now have a skirt that kind of looks like pants. Next, we need to do some embroidery. Jordan has a flower-like symbol on her old jacket arms and on her shoes. So I basically cut out lots of little petals from a piece of gold fabric and then sew them together to form a flower. I make 2 of them and sew them onto both sides of her sleeves. And then I cut out some random swirls and then stitch them onto the jacket to make them look like embroidery. I obviously can't emulate those intricate and very detailed embroidery designs from real traditional jackets, but I tried to get the similar look and feel of embroidery. And then it is done. Here is Jordan's new outfit.